Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the 4th episode of Log Horizon Season 2. This one's titled Shattered Wings. Okay, so we're back into Log Horizon Season 2. Yeah, things are starting to pick up already. We're starting to get some of the base mysteries and stuff for the season out of the way. We're finally seeing a raid, which is nice as well. Considering this is a MMORPG, it's kind of surprising that we haven't really got to raids up until this point, but I like the way they're handling it. They're really focusing on a lot of... And this is what I said that was good about Log Horizon Season 1 when I finished it. They're actually really using the game aspect of it to its full potential. A lot of these other types of shows that will focus heavily on games and such like this, they kind of forget their game roots and just kind of transcend into just regular fantasy. Whereas this one's actually keeping the game mechanics and keeping that essence alive in it. For example, Full Dive this season is based in a game, but it's very difficult to tell what's game and what's just regular fantasy at that point. That is part of its premise, though, is the fact that it's a game that strives for ultimate realism and all that, but it's kind of hard to... The game aspect of it kind of breaks down when you really start to really prod at it and try to make sense of some of the mechanics and stuff. Whereas in this, they're really explaining a lot of it. They're even going through counting timers to make sure that you're actually on point for when it comes to certain timings of bosses. So you time your interrupts when you need to, so you can stop it from doing a particularly dangerous attack that could potentially wipe your party or your entire raid group if you're not careful. Genuinely very, very well done. We fought 2 bosses so far. After 3 weeks or so, we managed to clear 2 bosses in this raid. But that's it. That's it. We find 2 bosses, and then that's it. We don't find any more. We're low on supplies. What do we do now? And we also get a bit of backstory for William, the leader of the Silver Sword Guild that's helping with this raid a lot. But we also... Shirei has a bunch of supplies and stuff to keep us going through this. Obviously, he's very, very committed to this, and knew he would be very committed to this quite early on. So he was able to, obviously, get supplies and stuff and be ready for something like this. We also have Demikas being a problem. I can't wait to see how that ends up happening. It's going to probably come to the point where we actually clear the raid and get to our final objective. Because do we let them in on the secret of what we're truly here fighting for? How long will the raid stay cleared once we have cleared it? Presumably there's a respawn to it, because otherwise you'd only ever be able to clear a raid once and you'd run out of game content, right? So how long do you have before the raid resets? Is it a weekly reset? Is it a daily reset? Things like that, kind of curious about as well. But yeah, we then have... weird things going on in Akiba. There was I think, figure with a red cloak, white, it kind of looked like a Santa, cape almost. But the outfit was very reminiscent of the guards in the city that descend whenever there's fighting in the city. They're automatically the system guard. I forget what they're actually called. We did mention it before, and we've kind of hinted at their involvement a little bit beforehand as well, but it looks like one of them's gone rogue, quote unquote, or one's been destroyed and their armor is now being used by someone, maybe a player. I mean, it's got to be a player. There's no way it's a personal land, I don't think, unless it is one of these guards that somehow has got sentient will, unless they all do, but they just are in line with the system. I don't quite know what's going on with that guy yet. I'm very curious though to see where they go with it. It could just be they've taken the armor off one of these things and are using it, or it could just be genuinely one of them that somehow is alive as an NPC. I don't know, but I'm very curious. But it's going to be a problem for probably a Katsuki and Co. to deal with, because Shirei is away. I'm still not quite certain. I mean, he did say he had another role for Katsuki aside from just watching over the princess. I'm not quite sure what it's going to end up being, but yeah, we also learned about the teachings. So skills have different levels, right? We've got basic skill, adept, hidden, secret, I think is the 4 tiers that you go up with. And now there's the teachings, which is a level even beyond that and is super, super rare, although it's almost rumored like it might not even exist, but Shiroe's like, oh no, it absolutely exists. But to get even up to those high levels, you need to participate in a raid. I don't think Akatsuki's participated in a raid ever, because we kind of saw her browsing like weapons and such, and obviously can't afford to get a brand new weapon, but that's kind of her thing. So I'm wondering if from this raid we might be able to bring her back a weapon. That would be a nice little gesture, and it might be a nice way to help out with their relationship, because Akatsuki and Shirei are obviously being shipped together as the canon pair of the show. We had last season the little bits with Minori as well to have like a love triangle, but I think almost certainly Akatsuki is the main choice, as it were. And I wonder if they're going to play into that maybe a bit more, because she's definitely thinking about it a lot. Shirei really isn't. He's like, yeah, Shirei's not thinking about that sort of thing. He's not that inclined, but eventually he will have to take notice of her. And I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later, just for the sake of their relationship. But I guess we'll see as time goes on. Anyway, episode 4, Shattered Wings, loading it up here on Crunchyroll. As per usual, these are time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Play site episode, I site episode, and we should be in sync. Watching this one on Crunchyroll, as per usual, like I said. But if you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all the picture-in-picture actions I do, which is everything from current seasonals as well as these Patreon request shows. We also have a movie reaction with Kiki's Delivery Service coming up tomorrow, so look forward to that one as well. But we're watching this one on Crunchyroll today, as per usual, since they have it licensed here. Funimation also has this series licensed, I believe, but I will always favour the Crunchyroll player over the Funimation player. Apparently, the Crunchyroll beta has hit the US now. I don't know how long it will be before Europe and such gets access to that beta. Apparently the player is improved in that, but like the rest of the website isn't, because it went like a Netflix style as opposed to like the current style it has, which I wouldn't be opposed to, but I feel like people have been saying like a lot of the functions and stuff are kind of like hidden now behind menus and stuff, but I'd have to experience it myself. If you are from the US and are using the Crunchyroll new beta website, please let me know what you think of it and how it is doing, but like news sections, how new releases is doing, how your own personal queues and playlists are, like things like that. So let me know your thoughts. Community tabs and stuff. I don't use the community on Crunchyroll at all, really, but nice to hear what's going on with that as well. So appreciate that. But as per usual, there's no logos or anything to start. We're just going to fade into the episode. In fact, it's a sharp cut in. You can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset as well to tell when the scenes are transitioning. Actually help you sync it up as well. And as per usual, we'll be skipping the previews for next episode as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the first of this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Christmas tree, 5 days till Christmas. Traditional Christmas music, of course. That was a given, I think. Interesting how they associate with chicken rather than turkey. Okay. Yep, salmon's great. OP time. Still love this OP so much. Play this on Beat Saber as well. It's good fun. God, love it. Show Akatsuki dead there. We know Shiroi and Akatsuki both end up dead at the same time. I'm going to assume Shiroi is probably from the raid. And then Akatsuki is going to be whatever's going on in the city. If I had to guess. Alright, here we go. Fifteen centimeters above for justice. I mean, uh, sure. Oh no. Shadow Wings. Wow. What a look. What a look. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, okay. Ooh, looks good. Mm-hmm. New Year's, oof. That's a shame. Mm, they don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm. Even if it's under orders, it's. Mm. Hmm. Mm. But. Mm, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. It's getting in her own head about things like this. Oh, that's all been bought. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm. No one's concerned about her. Hmm. Mm-hmm. if it comes up, which she's not going to approach anyone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can't make those choices for her. Birdland? Mm. Mm-hmm. Observing other assassins, I guess. Hmm. He's obsessing over them now. Ooh. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. God, you two need to have a good long conversation. You help him every single day, I bet. Hmm. Getting her own head about it. Nah, he's predicted something's gonna happen here. Hmm. Poor Katsuki. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Hmm. Oh, they absolutely are. Hmm. Still bothered by that separation. Hmm. 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 That's all that bring will do that for you. Yeah, he is. Nice. Distracted. Hmm. Experimenting. Lose track of time. Yeah. If in doubt, get ramen. The list? Hmm. Not saying anything. Should I raise requests for stuff? Hmm. See, he always has another. He's got plans in motion in the background. Oh, hello. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Okay. Right. No Sikorsky watching. Yeah. Looking again. She's gone. They're all noticing now. Why not? Adorable. Sure. Yeah. Now it's becoming a. Yeah. Hmm. Jesus Christ. uh, hey, loving the look. Yep. Mm. They're obsessed with food. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby, you're noticing something's up with Akatsuki as well. Milky Margaret? Don't know about that name. Maybe in maybe in 2014 that name would be okay. I think it's mm-hmm. They have their suspicions already. Mm. Mm. Comes the snow. Mm-hmm. Sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. Embet Nelref? Samurai? Oh boy. But he's in their armor. Royal Guard, that's their name. Mm-hmm. He has a teaching, right? He's gonna have like the teachings or something. Oh. The steam rising off that is kind of gnarly. Huh. Hmm. Interesting mood shift with ED. That's the problem with having a super cheerful ED. Whenever you try and do a serious moment, it kind of just like, oh, okay. Interesting. I don't. Was that the same blade that Akatsuki was trying to buy? I mean, it'd be one hell of a coincidence, but it's the only thing I can think of. There's something special about that blade. Alright. Not going to look at the preview because that is spoilers, even though we're going straight into the next episode anyway. Okay. So yeah, this guy is super interesting, huh? What was his name? Let me just get his name completely correct here. Where is it? Back a little bit more, back a little bit more. Where is it? Ember Nelref Samurai. Embed Nelref. Don't think that's the name we've heard before. But yeah, Shirei's where you get some special requests with Nyanta. And I think the materials that he was talking about, like the Phantasm or something, Phantasm, whatever it's called, isn't that the stuff that he said like is like specially like raid materials and stuff used for like high-end equipment manufacture? So I'm not quite sure what he's thinking there. Maybe he is thinking of getting Akatsuki a new weapon. That'd be super cute if that actually was the intention. It's possible that this weapon here that we saw Embert's use, it's possible that might become Akatsuki's new weapon. I don't know if that is the purchase weapon or not from the shop. I mean, it seems kind of odd to have that weapon be purchased, and then all of a sudden a weapon of similarness just ends up being used in this like murder. The fact that it was able to be done without the Royal Guard coming is interesting. It further implies that yes, this actually is a member of the Royal Guard or has some means of tricking the Royal Guard into thinking it's one of their own. But like we've seen the armor and stuff, we've got the red glowing eyes here. I can't remember if they glow red with the Royal Guard or not, but still. Yeah, Akatsuki is just... Yeah, she's in this loop right now where she thinks she has to continue... She thinks she's not good enough for him, essentially. And kind of feels like that's why she's been left here, is because she's not good enough to be with him. But I don't think that's the case. He wants her there because he trusts her to be good enough to deal with the problem that he knows is going to be there. Because like he already said, I think at some point, that there's more to her job being protecting the princess than what she's currently just doing. And I think that's going to be relating to whoever the hell this Embert actually is. Why Shirei has any inkling of this, I don't actually know yet. But I'm fairly certain the reason Akatsuki's here is because Shirei trusts her that much. Not that he has no use for her there. Like, I'm sure he'd love to have her there with him, because having an assassin class like that's got to be some good damage against the boss, right? Buff them up and come in for like an assassinate on the back. That's got to do a good chunk of damage. Like, it might not be the best DPS, but it's a good chunk of damage. Maybe it's a good interrupt. I don't know. But still, I think it's because he trusts her that much, and she just doesn't quite realize that yet. But she was doing it. She was going to try and get herself a new weapon, but that weapon disappeared. Now she's looking into the teaching skills to try and get into that. Um, yeah, yeah. Also been dealing with Nessia's blending in with the adventurers and how she's not really like that with them. But if she opened up and just was herself, I think she could definitely become their friends. Like I think they all consider Lanesia a friend at this point, but it's just getting to that point of acceptance that's going to be tough for her. Interesting. So next episode is titled Christmas Eve. Um, that's going to be fun. I mean, it's almost certainly going to be intentional that this Embert is taking action right around Christmas, like right into the build up to Christmas, one of the more jovial events of the year, for certain. And now he's making his moves. I don't know what his deal is. I'm super curious to see where we go with this. So, hopefully next episode we'll give some of those answers. We're going to go straight into that episode, in fact. So, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode. Well, next week's episodes, because we'll be doing episode 5 straight hereafter. And then we'll be doing 6 and 7 next week and doing doubles throughout the rest of that. But yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for watching. I can't speak. My voice just completely went, and my brain just went. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.